Hey guys, welcome back to another Speedart. It has been a little bit since our last one, and today we're going to kick it off with Fort Walton Beach Police in Florida. This texture I wanted to do for a long time. I just never had the time or the effort really to do it because it is so complex. It's more of a job for something an illustrator or, you know, somebody with more actual like graphic design experience, I think, to get it right. But it took me about 3 hours in only Photoshop, and I think it turned out really good. So I'll let you guys be the judge of that, but I'm really happy with it. I think it turned out good. There's some things that I wasn't able to accomplish completely, and we'll talk about that later, but so I do end up doing a lore friendly. I was initially going to do Fort Walton Beach, but decided to make it a Vespucci Beach instead. So yeah, there's a lot of points in this Speedart that you might think something's gonna look terrible, but then later on down the road, it looks so good. So you just gotta wait, bear with me, and I'm really happy with the way this turned out. So let's jump into it. So yes, Fort Walton Beach. I went here January of 2019, I believe. I went to Destin, and this is kind of a neighboring city, so drove over there and saw their police cars, and I was like, wow, I never seen a police car like this before, and I'm sure you guys have the same feeling if you've never seen these cars before. But yeah, so they're very unique, and I love it. It really, it's so beachy, but it's so like true to the city, so it really means something, you know. It's not just like a design, but it's kind of their seal. The city seal is, or the flag, whatever, is pretty much similar to kind of this design as well. So I think it's so good. I love it. But the details is really just insane, and it took the longest time to do it. I had to take a few breaks, but I actually got it in, like I said, in about three and a half hours. At least 3.5 hours of footage, I'd say. I cut out a lot to get this down to 11 minutes, so yeah. But again, I think it turned out really nice. So here we're just working on the boat. Yeah. So here we're just working on the boat, kind of sitting above the water, and just adding in the details on the sails and everything. I mean, I don't know. I really love it. Turned out so good. Yeah, so I don't know if I'm going to be releasing this skin just yet. I do put it on it is for a newer Explorer base that I have, and probably will make some vehicles with it. Maybe we'll release those vehicles. We'll see. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So, but the boat is in the water. We have that going right now. Now working on the sun now. The main thing was really just getting the colors right, because at different angles the vehicle looks different, which is, you know, kind of how it's going to be. But right now we're working on the sun and kind of the reflection in the water. So I know it looks really bad right now, but it will look good later on. I have to get all the details in on the kind of the waves and everything like that. But it really comes together in the end. So yeah, Fort Walton Beach. It's a beach town, obviously, hence the name. It's kind of, if you've ever been to Destin, it's just over the bridge, I believe. It's been 2 years since I've been there, but just over a bridge, I think, and then you have the city there. Here we go, adding in the little gradient now. It really is starting to take shape with the sun and everything there. So a lot of things here are just kind of placeholders for now, but mostly the bottom and the top is pretty much done. The only thing left is the grass. Now the grass and the wheat or the tall grass, whatever that is, that I put that off for so long because I didn't want to do it. It's so much. But I'm glad that I did it because it really did turn out good. So you'll see that here in a second, but we're doing the dial 911 little square thing they have here. I couldn't get the exact font for the 9, but this one pretty much matches somewhat good. Okay, I already did what the font and everything, I couldn't figure it out, but here you can really see what we kind of got going on so far. So just realigning everything. So I was just copying it off of the template. So again, we have Fort Walton Beach Police here. So instead of doing that, we did Vespucci Beach Police. So just because I couldn't get the tall grass in there, you'll see that in a second. I kind of just give up on it because it's I cut out about, I don't know, probably an hour of extra footage. Time-lapsed hour of extra footage going through trying to find any resources that I could use to make the stupid grass, because I tried, and you'll see I don't put it in my attempt at it, but you see it, and it's terrible, but it might have worked if I put in some more details, and I don't know, it just wasn't really worth it for me, so I didn't do that. But it's just that tall grass that comes out, but everything else was put in. So yeah, here we are after a little break. I took about an hour break and came back, and I'm like, okay, we're doing the grass. So I kind of had a little idea in my mind on how I wanted to do this. I think I executed it pretty good for how I wanted it to get done. So just added a stroke and then a little bit of a gradient on it. And I go back in later and make it a little bit better. I do add a few strokes. And now up here on all the other grass, this is the main part that was kind of, you know, because there's just so much and it's a lot of different colors and everything. So this one took the most time, really just outlining everything and getting the colors right. And because it can't all be on the same layer and on the same gradient, because it's all different colors and different shades. And I'm glad I did this and did the different colors, because it really just, it adds the depth and it makes it look so good. But I get a good rhythm going, and I can just kind of knock them all out and then copy the layer style, paste it on the new one, and change colors up if I need to, and it did turn out really, really good. So kind of throughout here, you know, I didn't want to do all of them, but there was a point, you know, I was like, okay, well, we need to do so much, and then I can start copying and pasting them over and then kind of make it look good that way. That's what I did for the rest of it, because it's kind of just a copy and paste job. Especially when I decided to go ahead and do lore friendly. And this looks terrible, and I was like, okay, well. So we scrapped that and we redo it, but I was trying to, because this is all kind of together, all the grass was together, so instead of doing all different things, I was just gonna do all one and then do different gradients on it, the long ways, and it turned out good. I just had to redo the lines because that didn't look good, make them a little bit thicker, but it turned out good. Again, just trial and error. I've never done anything like this before. I tried to add this little texture. I thought that might look good, but it doesn't. I ended up getting rid of it. And I put a little noise onto it at the end, so it's kind of, I don't know, it's like it's more like a graphic. It looks good in game. So here you can see, like I said, I was kind of at that point where we're gonna go and copy that. You can see my failed attempt at making a little tall grass wheat thing. There's just too much detail. I can't do it. I'm sure I could, but there's no good close-up pictures of it to get it exact. I just have that mentality. It has to be exact, and that's not good, because I always I can spend hours on one thing trying to get it exactly how it is in real life, and you know, that's good for some things, but some things is not so much though. But here I just kind of recycle a lot of my old ones that I've done and kind of shape them up a little bit using the tool that Photoshop gives you to change the shapes of photos. And that was pretty much it. I think it turned out really, really good. So here we just kind of line up everything again, and the ocean, had to extend the ocean out a little bit. to kind of line everything up. So again, everything was just kind of a placeholder before. Now that it's all lined up, I can start lining everything up. So here I get rid of the texture, and I combine everything into one layer and add that noise I was talking about earlier. And I think it turned out good. I like it a lot. So here again, just kind of final touches on the main thing. And they do have some tall grass in there that isn't detailed. It's just kind of a long stem, if you will, of tall grass, just like that. So I decided to add that in, so it would still be a little bit there. And I think it turned out good. I think it would be better if we had the full extent of it like they have, but I don't know if we can. I don't know if I can't accomplish it. So it probably could. It would just take way too long. So I said no. We're gonna do lore friendly, and that'll be my excuse to get out of that. So, but nonetheless, I think it still looks good without it. Let me know your guys' feedback as always in the comments down below. But this is the first Florida speed art that we did. So let me know if you guys want to see any more of that. The vehicle is pretty much done at this point. We're just doing the windows. They have the police on the front, windshield, and American flag in the back. Took a while to get the American flag, as it always does, so I cut out that, but yeah, that's really gonna wrap it up. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, let me know your feedback as always, and enjoy the cinematics.